right outside, so come on in, don't be shy. We've got ghosts and UFOs. Brace yourself, get ready for the show. Don't be afraid of the dark. The fun's about to start. Nightmares or tales will inspire. Oh, tonight at the Scaredy Campfire. Have you heard tell of a demon next door? Or maybe a cryptid on the lake shore? There's nothing too strange for us here. So if you're ready, stamp out your fear. Don't be afraid of the dark. The fun's about to start. Nightmares or tales will inspire. Tonight at the Scaredy Campfire. Whoa, whoa.
Welcome back, campers, to episode 11 of the Scaredy Campfires. Tonight, we're diving into stories where the line between dreams, memories, and hauntings becomes impossible to untangle. From childhood terrors that never really fade, to homes that seem to hold something darker within their walls, these tales remind us that sometimes the past refuses to stay quiet. So settle in, because tonight's fire burns with unease. Not all strange encounters happen deep in the woods or in abandoned houses. Sometimes they happen right in the middle of everyday life. For Reddit user u/xx King of Diablocks, what began as a simple evening walk with their partner turned into an unforgettable series of events. It started with strange lights in the sky near train tracks, but what they witnessed next blurred the line between the ordinary and the extraordinary. This happened at the start of mine and my wife's relationship. We were going for a walk and we see a strange light in the sky hovering over the train tracks. This was before drones were big, so a personal drone was pretty cool. It had red, green, and yellow lights on the bottom. We keep walking and think literally nothing of it. Oh, little backdrop to the area, we were also within a mile of an airport. No fly zone, getting lots and lots of trouble. We have a train track close to where we live. I have walked it many times. This light looks like it follows the train track, then stops, and it slowly goes to the ground and the lights go off. About 2 seconds later, the lights are back in the sky where they started, and they were following the tracks again and again, lowering to the ground, then the lights off. This happens maybe 4 to 6 times. I forgot over the years, but 100% at least 3 times, most likely closer to 5. At this point, I'm talking to my wife and say, look, this is very, very weird. Drones in the public hands can't follow the same path like this without failing to the dot 4 times in a row. This has to be something advanced. I'm literally telling her I want to go on the train track to where the light was lowering and get a picture of an alien lol. She gives in and we go walk to the tracks maybe half a mile away. We walk to that direction and make a left. When we get to the street coming from my apartment buildings, we start walking to the left and head to our viaduct, go under it, and in the distance by more of the apartment buildings, we see 2 very, very tall people holding hands with long necks. For your information, we also both saw this and both said the same sighting after we saw it, just trying to get at We both saw the same thing, not one of our eye playing tricks. As we walk to all these tall ass fucking people, all of a sudden they are just too dear and they are running at us. They get to us, we are just about under the viaduct. I told you that there is a train track right above me. When the deer get to us, one of them breaks right and one goes left up the hill onto the train tracks. We are both freaked the fuck out and I want to run after them, and my wife, girlfriend at the time, was not having it, lol. She explained this to all our friends, that it took everything she had to get me to not follow these things and go home instead, lol. I walk her back home and then tell her I'm obviously going alien hunting and I'm calling my buddy down the street so we can get a pic of an alien. Little later, me and said friend regroup on the train tracks where we last saw the deer. We walk to the light, not seeing anything. Backdrop of the area we are on, train tracks headed away from my apartment buildings. On our left is woods. After about 1/4 mile on our right is a huge warehouse with tons of rows of giant hangar-like buildings. Kinda looks like it would store planes that big. We keep walking straight. On our right, someone walks out of the warehouse door and I swear they stare right at us. It's pitch black. I don't know how they saw us, but they did not fucking move from staring us down. We say whatever and keep walking. Long story short, we don't find shit, don't find anything like a landing site or anything cool at all, and it was kinda bummed out, but shit, if this didn't freak us out, and we still get goosebumps when we're talking about it. I don't know if it's allowed, but if it is, I will say the airport that this happened near, as in the airspace it would have been in. Years later, U/XX King of Diablocks and their wife still get goosebumps when retelling that night. Was it advanced technology, a trick of the eyes, or something not of this world? Whatever the truth may be, the lights in the sky and the tall figures on the tracks remain etched in their memory, a mystery without an answer. Sometimes it isn't shadows or strange figures that unsettle us the most. It's the sound of a voice where no one should be. Reddit user U/Armadillo Wonderful 56 recalls an ordinary workday at a quiet, private airport that suddenly turned into something unexplainable. What began as washing dishes in the kitchen became an encounter that left them frozen in place, wondering if they had just been spoken to by someone no longer alive. Hello everyone, this is my first time posting in this thread, but I had an experience yesterday at work that I would like to share and also get insights from anybody who has experienced anything similar. For some context, I work in a small private airport as an admin. The building itself, imagine it as a big rectangle. At the front, there are 2 offices, mine and my supervisor's. In the middle, there is a check-in and security, a waiting area and washrooms, and at the back, at the end of a long hallway, there is a kitchen and the control room. There are usually 2 to 4 people here at all times, not including when passengers come in or out, which is generally at scheduled time of the day. Yesterday, I was washing some dishes in the kitchen with no headphones on, no music, just the sound of the water running. The sink looks into the wall, so naturally, I was standing with my back to the door, when all of a sudden, I heard a man's voice go, "Hey, how you?" I immediately turned around thinking one of the control room guys had come in and said hello, but there was no one there. Then the realization dawned on me. That wasn't a voice I recognized, and it had happened right next to my ear. No footsteps were going in or out of the kitchen. The door into the hallway was too far away for anyone to run out so fast without me seeing or hearing them, and also the control room guys were gone for the day since there were no more flights. I stood there paralyzed, looking towards the only entrance in the room for a whole minute. My arm hairs stood on point and I had a feeling someone else was in the room with me. The voice itself sounded a bit muffled, almost far away, but not at the same time like being talked through a very thin wall, if that makes any sense. It was right next to my left ear, where someone would have been standing, but no one was. The tone in which he said it was very friendly, and paused like you just ran into someone you know at the grocery store type of thing. I tried to shake the feeling off to finish up, and I left the kitchen as quickly as possible. I confirmed along the way that no one else except me and my supervisor was in the building, and he was in his office at the front of the building. Once he saw how freaked out I looked, he promised me it wasn't him. For a moment, I tried to convince myself it was the comms radio in the control room, but upon further thought, it sounded nothing like it. I'm used to that radio going off, and I know what it sounds like. Also, why would anyone say that sentence into it? It was all very odd, and I am still a little freaked out. We have had many other experiences in this place, such as seeing things or what looks like someone walking into an empty room from the corner of my eye, keyboards clacking when no one is in the office, security sensors going off on their own, and many others, but I might write about those another time. To this day, U/Armadillo Wonderful 56 can't shake the memory of that friendly but disembodied voice. Was it a trick of the mind, a leftover echo in the building, or the presence of something unseen trying to make contact? Whatever it was, it turned an ordinary day at work into a chilling reminder that sometimes the silence is never truly empty. That's all for tonight, campers. Episode 11 leaves us with questions that may never be answered. Were those nightmares only dreams or glimpses into something that was truly there? Either way, these stories remind us how the places we grow up in can shape the fears we carry forever. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your lanterns lit.
As the night gets longer and the darkness creeps in, with the eerie silence broken only by whispering wind, come gather round the fire, the flickering flames, and hear the tales of the spooky and the strange. Chill up your back, a shiver up your spine, you'll be haunted by the things that you find. Legends will unfold and stories will be told at the scale